Shalom. Shalom. First, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the whole elect house of David. Let's get into this. Now, the title of the lesson is come from a question of if we are forgiven, why are we still punished? If we are forgiven, then why are we still punished? You know, one, because punishment is punishment is there to correct you. Because just because you are forgiven does not mean it's okay to sin. Just because you are forgiven does not mean it's okay for you to sin, and I'm going to get that. This is Matthew chapter 5 verse 17. Think not that I've come to destroy the law or the prophets, meaning what? Those books of Moses and the books of Moses and those scrolls, those books titled after a prophet's name. That's like Exodus, Deuteronomy to the Exodus and all that, and Isaiah, Jeremiah, Obadiah, Malachi, stuff like that. He said he has not come to do away with those. He has not come to do away with the law or the prophets. That's what it means to destroy. Because when you destroy a building, say you see a building is wrecked, it's ruined, right? And it has demolished on them. Demolish means destroy, right? What they doing with it? They doing away with it. They doing away with that building. So it said, think not that I am come to destroy, do away the law or the prophets. I am not come to do away, destroy, but to fulfill. So what? Meaning it's not okay to break the commandments. It's not okay to break the commandments of the law. We are under grace, so So when we do it by accident or not knowing, or it's something you couldn't help, you are not judgment is not taken expediently. You have time, you have grace, you have that grace, that time to what? Ask for forgiveness and do it right. Do it right, get it right. So what? There are still consequences for your actions. There are still consequences for sin. Like someone who indulge in pork. There's no one in scripture that says it's okay to eat unclean animals. So someone who's indulging in pork, what they get? High blood pressure, right? High blood pressure. And you keep doing it, it's gonna be a main thing in your body. So when we are punished, so we are forgiven, yes, we are forgiven, but when we are punished, we're punished for sin as correction, If I said that correctly, I'm going to say it again. We are forgiven, but we are punished for sin to be corrected, and I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that with scriptures. I'm going to let scripture speak. This is Hebrews 12. I'm going to start from verse 5. Listen, this is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 5. Listen. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaking unto you as unto children, my son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loved, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. You see? And what is chastening for? Correction. Meaning what? Why would you need to be corrected? Because you went off. You did something wrong. You went off and you did something wrong. And this is how you punish sin. Hey, I'm not finna kill you, but I will punish you. And even before the New Testament, before this, he told us about this in Exodus. This always been his ways. That's why when Yahushua said, I have not come to destroy, do away with the law or the prophets. Why? Because it's saying the exact same. Well, it's saying the same thing, but in a different manner. And we're gonna get that. Listen, we're gonna take it back to the what? The laws and the prophets. This is Exodus chapter 34, verse 7. Look, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the father upon the children and upon the children's children unto the third and fourth generation. Yeah, he said he'll forgive what? Iniquity. He's forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin. He'll forgive it, yes. But what? He ain't gonna clear the guilty. Like, nah, I forgive you, but you did this. So here's the punishment. Take this punishment. You were supposed to die for that. You were supposed to get stoned for that. You were supposed to be set on fire for that. But I would do this instead. It's like you getting, instead of the whoop, instead of the belt, you're getting popped. Instead of the belt, you're getting popped. You understand? So yes, we are forgiven if you ask for forgiveness. But what? You're still chastened. You better hold your chasten and not like Esau Edom, who has committed iniquity upon iniquity. And because he isn't punished, because the judgment isn't executed speedily, he thinks he got away. And those who live just a demonic life, sinful life, and they seem like they prospering, nah, they haven't gotten away either. When judgment finally gets them, they die, or it's one of them horrific judgments. And the last horrific judgment, for those who think they got away, it's gonna be them thermonuclear missiles. So with that, I hope you was edified. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai, the honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the whole elect, the house of David. Until next time, Yahweh willing, Shalom.